So here's where you are. You've been given them power over your life, even though you thought you moved on. You've been performing instead of living, achieving incredible things, but feeling empty. You've been avoiding a painful truth that they'll never see your value, no matter what you do. These three truths create the perfect trap. They work together to keep you stuck in an exhausting cycle where you achieve more and more, but feel fulfilled less and less. The performance keeps you focused on them. The exhaustion keeps you from genuine fulfillment. And the avoidance keeps you from accepting the truth that would set you free. And in that space between those forces, or these forces, your life becomes a show for an audience that will never appreciate while you lose touch with living for yourself. But here's what you need to understand. This doesn't have to be your story forever, because these three truths that proving yourself to someone else keeps you giving them power, that performing your life prevents you from living it, and that cycle protects you from accepting a painful truth, create the perfect conditions for the "I'll show him" trap. Together they explain why you can achieve incredible things while feeling empty, why success doesn't satisfy when it's motivated by proving something to someone else, why transformation feels exhausting when you're performing it for someone's validation rather than experiencing it for yourself. That performance, or the performance, keeps you focused on them. The exhaustion keeps you from genuine fulfillment. The avoidance keeps you from accepting the truth that would set you free ultimately. And in that space between those forces, your life becomes a show for an audience that will never appreciate you while you lose touch with living for yourself. But there's another way, a path beyond the "I'll show him" or her trap and the exhaustion it creates. And this path begins with a painful but liberating acceptance. Some people will never see your value, no matter what you achieve. And that's not a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of their capacity. Imagine a life where your transformation is genuinely for you, where you pursue goals because they fulfill you, not because they prove something to someone else, where your success satisfies you because you're experiencing it for yourself, not performing it for someone's validation. Imagine posting about your life without secretly hoping a specific person sees it. Imagine achieving something and celebrating it for what it is, not for what it might make someone else feel. Imagine living your life as the primary audience, not as a performance for someone who already showed you they won't appreciate it. Imagine the freedom of no longer being emotionally tethered to someone who doesn't value you. The relief of no longer performing for their validation. The peace of living for yourself instead of proving yourself to them. This isn't about giving up on growth or achievement at all. It's about transforming your relationship with why you're growing and achieving. It's about shifting from proving your worth to someone else to experiencing worth for yourself. Start with this practice, right? Notice when your motivation for something is primarily about proving something to someone else. If you notice when you achieve something and immediately think about whether they'll see it, notice when you're performing your life instead of living it. These moments reveal where the "I'll show him" or her trap is operating. They show you where you're still giving someone power over your life, still seeking validation for someone who already showed you they won't give it. So when you notice these patterns, try this. Pause and ask yourself, am I doing this for me, or am I doing this to prove something to someone else? Would I still pursue this if I knew they would never see it, never care, never acknowledge it? These questions help distinguish between genuine growth and performative transformation, between living for yourself and performing for someone else. If you realize you're doing something primarily to prove something to someone else, you have a choice. At that point, you have a choice. You can continue the pattern, or you can redirect that energy towards something that genuinely fulfills you. Next, practice experiencing your achievements for yourself. So when you hit a goal, before you post about it or share it, or just kind of sit with it, feel it, appreciate it for what it is to you, not for how it might look to someone else. Ask yourself, how does this achievement feel to me? What does it mean for my life? How does it serve my genuine desires and values? And this practice, that practice helps you reconnect with your own experience instead of immediately performing it for external validation. And then face the painful truth you've been avoiding. The person you're trying to prove yourself to might never see your value. And that's not because you're not valuable. Again, it's because they lack the capacity to recognize what's in front of them. And sit with that truth. Let yourself grieve it. Grieve the validation you wanted that they'll never give. It's okay to grieve that. Grieve the recognition you hoped for that they'll never offer. Grieve the relationship or approval or acknowledgement you've been seeking through achievement. This grief is painful, yes, but it's also very liberating, because on the other side of that grief is freedom. Freedom from needing their validation, freedom from performing for their approval, freedom from being trapped in their opinion of you. Finally, redirect your energy from proving your worth to someone else to experiencing your worth for yourself. Ask, what do I actually want for my life? What would genuinely fulfill me? What goals would I pursue if I wasn't trying to prove anything to anyone? These questions, they kind of just help reconnect you with your authentic desires, the ones that have nothing to do with someone else's validation and everything to do with your genuine fulfillment. And this isn't a quick fix thing. You know, the I'll show him or her trap has deep roots. It has deep roots in how you've learned to seek validation, how you've tied your worth to others' recognition, and how you've used achievement as a way to earn approval. But with each moment you choose to live for yourself instead of performing for someone else, with each achievement you experience for your own fulfillment instead of someone else's validation, with each step forward or towards claiming your worth instead of proving it, you weaken the traps hold on your life. So you begin to discover what CARDI and all of us caught in this pattern need to discover, that your worth isn't determined by whether someone else sees it, that your value doesn't need your validation or their validation to be real, that you can achieve incredible things for yourself instead of performing them for someone who will never appreciate them.